River John, NS, down a sunny dirt road, deep in rural Nova Scotia, is a magical place. At first glance, Mabel Merple's bookshop. Writer, poet and educator Sheree Fitch and her husband Giles plant at Mabel Merple's bookshop and dreamery, named for one of Fitch's best-loved characters, Andrew Vaughan, the Canadian press. But beyond printed words and colorful books, reading nooks in grassy fields, animals and big oak trees, there's a land of make-believe where every sentence can start with what if and imaginations can soar. I wanted to open a space where people can come, sit down with a book, bring their bug spray, sunscreen, a clothespin for the nose, and they can dream in this space. Fitch says of her unorthodox shop outside the village of River John, along the Northumberland Strait. Located on an old farm populated by donkeys, sheep and scatterbrained hens and roosters, the tourist draw opened last summer in response to a rush of rural closures, including the village school. Article continued below. We didn't have a lot of money, but I thought, what if it's not just about bottom line dollar? We've got a beautiful property, let's open it up. Fitch says after a morning spent feeding barnyard animals. And so her husband, Giles Plant, converted an old granary into a rustic bookstore with handmade shelves painted light green and purple. They ordered a few boxes of books, enough inventory to last the season, they thought, and made 3 parking spots. They expected a smattering of supportive locals and a few come-by-chance tourists. They ended up with 3 pastures full of cars and sold-out shelves on opening day. For 9 weeks, tourists and teachers passed through the barn's screen door, as did cottagers, and day trippers and locals returning with each round of visiting relatives. Visitors brought picnic lunches and children ran through the grassy fields. They got out of their cars and stepped into a world away from the screens, says Fitch, whose playful stories and lively rhymes began with her first book, Toes in My Nose, in 1987. They could sit and have an egg salad sandwich and lemonade and read a book. Mabel Merple's became the little bookstore that could, selling local titles and championing Atlantic literary tourism as a valid industry. The bookstore is on a back road, in what some might affectionately call the middle of nowhere, a few turns off the province's famed Sunrise Trail. It opens for its second season July 2nd to host Read by the Sea's Wordplay Children's Book Festival, with readings by authors Paulette Bourgeois, Wesley King and Justin Gregg. This time, mystery books and mind, body and spirit sections are being added to the collection of children's books, non-fiction, poetry and award-winning adult literature. Last year people came in and said, "Where's your mystery section?" Fitch says. They said, "We're on vacation, Sheree." A little bit later, people wanted the beach reads. Article continued below. Mabel Merple's will also stock more crafts from local artisans, including wood carvings, pottery, handmade fabric dolls and knitted keepsakes. We want to sell books, but we also want to support local artists and create a destination, she says, adding that, "We opened this for the community, but it was community that helped us build this." Fitch has written dozens of stories for kids, young adults, and non-fiction educational books. Her latest book, Everybody's Different on Everybody's Street, is a children's book about mental health, human weakness and strength. At 61, Fitch doesn't appear ready to slow down. Plans are afoot to add a labyrinth in a nearby field, and to host school field trips next spring. She wants to open the ethereal property to children who might not otherwise have a chance to visit. "We want this to be part of an old-fashioned summer vacation. There's something nostalgic about getting off the iPad, the iPhones, and just enjoying some good old-fashioned books, storytelling and picnics. I really believe eyeball-to-eyeball and face-to-face communication is what human beings need the most. It's called human interaction and it's essential to people's well-being and health."